General Hospital spoilers reveal that after Franco died, Liz lived forever in pain of losing her husband. It can be said that Franco has left an unforgettable pain for Liz. Now that he died and left the children for Liz, how should she live? Having to live without a husband and children without a father is extremely miserable. This loneliness can only be felt by wives who have lost their husbands and lost their spiritual support. Liz deeply missed the scenes of their family before and will never see Franco again. What should Liz do to overcome this great pain? Liz, after many days of fatigue, could not resist the feelings of suffering and once intended to follow her husband. She decided to take medicine. Liz wants to take medication to regain mental alertness and possibly deeper sleep. This medicine can be used a few times, but if used a lot, it will definitely have side effects. It seems that Liz started to have a hallucination and coma every time she took the drug. Finn is extremely worried and always volunteered to help Liz very enthusiastically. Finn doesn't want a good woman like Liz to get into trouble. Finn offered to help her, but she always refused. Too worried, he went to Laura, asking her to sleep Liz and pull her back to real life. What will happen? Finn and Laura always advised Liz to see a consultant doctor, Calvin, for a checkup, but she kept refusing. She said she was not sick, but Liz's strange actions couldn't be simply missing Franco. The expression of fatigue and mental instability made Liz's actions very strange. Definitely psychological, but how can she voluntarily go to the doctor without being forced? Liz heard that Franco's story might have something to do with spirituality, so she went looking for all the famous fortune tellers. And after days of searching, Liz was introduced to Chelsea Lamb. Finn and Laura, after hearing the story, stopped Liz a lot, but she refused to listen. Liz wanted to try trusting for once, and she really wished she could talk to Franco just once. But with the scientist Finn, how could she believe something like this without proof? Even Laura couldn't believe it, but no matter how much advice she gave, Liz didn't change her mind. Perhaps Finn would quietly be there to protect her. Did Chelsea really get in touch with Franco, or is she just making it up? Does Liz believe and follow what Chelsea says? So what's the truth that everything happened in recent times? Liz didn't notice that she really had a problem. She only thought that Franco didn't want her to go with Finn, and that was why the strange things had happened these past few days. But through CCTV, Liz's expression really resembles a sick person. Even Kelvin noticed this, but Liz was too nervous to come. Who will help Liz change her mind? Liz thinks Finn and Laura think they're crazy, so they let her see Dr. Kelvin. But really a part wants to let her check if she has any disease. Surely if detected early, there is always a cure. Will Laura and Finn have them on, or will they do whatever it takes to advise and help Liz? Surely Finn and Laura would think of some new plans so that Liz could volunteer to visit. For example, a general health check. Maybe Liz will agree to this request with Finn and Laura. After all, they just wanted to help Liz. Otherwise, Finn and Laura will find another way. They wouldn't let her be fooled by the fortune teller. Finn really loves Liz, sincerely. He really always silently helps her and protects her. He knew at this moment she will and still hadn't forgotten Franco. So he quietly took care of her like that. And Finn believes that one day Liz will understand and give him a chance. Will that day come? Can Liz handle this? Or will she just live in this feeling of fatigue and guilt for the rest of her life?